Run through the center of the course, shooting targets both to the left and to the right. When running this drill, you must remain disciplined. Shoot all of the targets to the left-hand side using only your right hand. Shoot all of the targets on the right-hand side using only your left hand. Just remember, you've got to shoot the first target before you can switch hands and move on to the second. Okay, now I'm going to show you what I typically carry in my gear bag. First of all, gear bag of choice, the new Covert Ops gear bag from Eclipse. First things first, good choice of playing top and a good choice of playing pants are essential. I choose the new distortion line from Eclipse. Fortunately, they look after me so well, most of the stuff I have is brand new. Good loader, essential to shoot fast. Barrel condom. Squeegee. And lanyard. A couple of headbands, so I can change in between games if I wanted. Good set of gloves. Great protection, feel as though you're not wearing them. Weapon of choice. My Nexus Ego 6. Jawbreaker DVD to watch on the plane for those long flights. A couple of bounce helmets, essential for protecting the old noggin. Splat Renegade video game. I made it in, so I may as well take it with me. Another fluffy stick. 2-piece shaft barrel. Some random stickers. Pod pack, so I can carry as much paint as I want. My favourite hoodie, slow stuff, nice and warm. Pod. As many spares as I can carry and tools. You've always got to remember, carry more than you need because there'll always be someone at the field who forgets something vital. It's important to have spares and tools for every situation. Load of batteries. Useless without them. Reminder of my favourite paintball radio show. Reminder of what I look like. What else do we have? Energy bars. Road sweets. Well, the end of a hard day shouting. More tools just in case someone borrows yours and doesn't return them. Pads. Important to have really good arm pads and also good knee pads. Good set of goggles. Protection and comfort. Vital. Finally, a good set of paintball boots. Pretty much it, apart from I didn't get Karate Bear. How did you sneak in there? Wait.
Now let's take a look at one of the most important techniques that every single player on the field should be able to execute properly at any given time: bunkering. Normally you'll have to judge when you can successfully make this move according to how many of your opponents are left alive and what positions they occupy on the field. First off, there are usually a few die-hard moments in any paintball game that will almost always call for a bunker move. These include, firstly, times like when there is a mandatory need for removing an opposing player from a key bunker on the field. Secondly, recognising a hole in the opponent's defensive line that you can exploit, run through and bunker out one or more players. And finally, during your endgame movements, when time's almost come to the end, eliminating the last remaining players to win the game. When it comes to pulling off the bunker move, remember that by far the most important aspect to continued bunkering success will always be your timing. If you're able to look out of your bunker and you do not see or hear anyone firing at you, and there is an opponent within close proximity, Now is your time to strike. You can't put too much thought into the move, however, as hesitation will normally close the window of opportunity that was once yours for the taking. Now, there are of course other aspects to the bunkering move that you must consider, such as where to shoot your opponent as you near towards them. Some players believe that if you come up to shoot a player and he's not looking towards you, if you only shoot your opponent in the harness, then they're much more likely to spin and try and shoot at you as well, and it will sometimes result in you both getting pulled out if no one was paying attention. Placing 1 to 3 balls directly on the player will definitely decrease the likelihood of them spinning on you, as the shock of being hit will also help to dull their reaction time. One problem that far too many players have when it comes to pulling off bunker moves is that when they reach their opponent's bunker and their opponent is looking right at them, they'll begin to flinch in anticipation of getting shot at. This is not a habit you can afford to have. If you flinch and become distracted, your opponent will have a very easy chance of eliminating you, whilst you'll barely be able to get off any accurate shots at all. By now you should be used to getting shot in paintball, so don't treat this time any differently. If you're able to look right down your opponent's barrel without flinching, you can be able to have a much better chance of taking them out. Don't treat each bunkering scenario as a suicide mission. Far too often, inexperienced players will bunker their opponent and just continue running down the field into a hail of paint from the enemy. Whilst honourable and valiant, this is completely unnecessary. Many times it will be possible to bunker out your intended victim and then either use their bunker as cover or move a few feet past them into a new position that will still provide sufficient cover from the rest of the opposing team. The only time you should continue to run full speed past an opponent that you've just bunkered is if you still have the chance to continue down the field and eliminate another opponent. Otherwise, I'd only recommend sacrificing yourself in a bunkering situation if your team has more players alive in the match than the other team, or if the elimination of the opponent was absolutely necessary in order to take control of the match.
Okay, now for the most important part of the video. Whoa. Mom, I can't talk now. I'm filming a training DVD. I told you I was busy. Please don't call me again. Sorry. The section's called Walking the Field, so come on, let's go. This means eliminating your... I heard that one. One technique favoured by many pro players is one called sweet spotting. This is the art of shooting bollocks. Always check that you're fully behind your choice of bunker. Evan? What? The next drill we're going to do, the mid player plays in front, in the middle of the field, and then right at the very front there are the front players. Each position is bollocks. When you're playing paintball as part of a team, there's 3 basic positions.
Okay, you're laughing. Get back there.
Some people find playing the back easy, some play bollocks. I need to sort that bit out. When playing paintball as part of the team, there's 3 different positions.
Go, back.
When playing paintball as part of a team, it's 3 different crows, crowing loudly when I'm trying to get my lines right.
What?
Yeah. How long have you been doing this?
Alright, you ready, Nicky?
I certainly am.
Okay. Now you don't get the cool music and the intro and all that.
Oh, what is this?
Bloody hell.
Bloody hell. Must be the money.
Alright, yeah, you're gonna get the 1 for 1.
Yeah.
Yo, what up? This is Kobe Bryant. 1 for 1, you money, yeah.
I don't know if Kobe Shotgun.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant.
I listen to the E-Money Action Show.
There we go. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Alright, you ready, Nicky?
I'm good.
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of 1 for 1 with E-Money. All right, folks, with us today, the man, the myth, the Euro legend, Nicky T.
Hello.
All right, folks, we're standing with the legendary Nick Truter. Is that the correct pronunciation?
That is correct. Very well done.
But very well now known as Nicky T. And Nicky officially has the title of the most popular paintball player ever to come out of Europe.
Quite possibly.
Pretty much because
Quite
you're the only
possibly.
one that anyone knows that's ever.
And no one likes the French, so I'm on a winner.
So Nicky's in. All right, well, we're sitting down here at the Money Studios, hanging out with Nicky T, and we're getting this one filmed, I guess, for the DVD that's coming up. So we'll wave hi to the camera there, and very exciting. All right, Nick, let's start in the beginning. Let's go back. Turn the clock back.
Okay.
And start when Nicky was a young lad, how it all started, how you got into paintball, and take us from there.
Oh, that's a long time ago. 16 years to be precise,
Wow.
in fact. Yeah, I started when I was 12 for a friend's birthday party, or mate, as we say in
Yes.
Europe, in fact.
I'll translate. You just talk normal.
That's cool. Yeah, I was 12 years old, went on a birthday party. I think there was a group of 10 of us, joined in with a load of adults. Probably the most fun you can have when you're 12 is shooting someone 20 years older than you and not going to jail. So hooked from then on.
Okay, so then how did you get in the pros and all,
The
that whole
next
stuff?
2-3 years were spent just kind of saving 3-4 months at a time. Then we'll go and play for another friend's birthday, doing that continuous
Saving your
cycle.
pounds, correct?
Saving our pounds,
Yes.
exactly. This is way before the Euros. Saving our pounds, going and playing whenever we could afford, probably 2, maybe 3 times a year at most. We did that for a couple of years. Then we formed a couple of local, very novice teams. Total Respray was the first team I ever played for.
Total Respray!
Yeah, Total Respray back in the day. That was in the early 90s.
Okay,
Probably in 91 I
Okay.
started playing for them.
okay.
Did a year on the circuit with them, then hooked up with some guys from Gauntlet.
Now, these were all, we could go on
These
for
are all
days
fairly
talking about
local,
you.
yeah. They're
Now,
just
this is all, you said the circuit. There's a European circuit back then as well.
This was South London.
Oh, South London.
Yeah,
okay.
South London.
Okay.
And then you kind of joined the regional teams of, dare I say it, the Mayhem Tigers I used to play for.
Okay.
And Shockwave, just playing in Europe, starting playing in Europe, Poland.
Shockwave UK, that is.
Shockwave, yeah, no, Shockwave
Okay.
UK. But
Okay.
this was before Shockwave Canada.
Okay,
etc.
okay.
And then the glory days of the Russias and Nexus.
And Nexus, okay. Well, let's, 99.9% of all pro players, you have a day job.
Indeed.
And I understand you're working at Planet Eclipse. How long have you been there, and what's that like, and what do you do for them?
It's Planet Eclipse in Manchester, England. I've been there the last 3 years, coming up to just over 3 years, actually. I'm customer service manager and manager of technical support. So,
Okay, so you know basically how the Eagles work inside and out.
yeah, I'm the yes man. I'm the guy who keeps people happy.
Now, did you help design the marker at all, or?
I helped test the marker. I wouldn't say I helped design it because we
Okay.
have an R&D team who
Okay.
did that.
But you went out and tested it and beat it
Yeah,
up
I tell
and-
them what's good and what's bad and what to
Okay.
change.
Okay.
So
And if anybody has a problem, the service centers, I guess, they're the one
I'm the
talking
guy
to
they
you.
come to.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
indeed.
So you can fix them in the dark with your eyes closed.
Ah, easy. Easy.
No worries. All right, let's talk about where Nicky T is now. I guess recently you've had your video game come out. Some people know it as
Some people know this.
so it
Splat
as
magazines.
Splat magazine,
Yeah.
Renegade Paintball,
It's
but it's
actually
actually
Nicky T's
yeah,
Renegade
Nicky T's
Paintball.
Renegade
Yeah,
Paintball. What was that like? We asked Claire the question too, and she was pretty honest. It was like saying it was pretty overwhelming. What's it like showing your mates and your family? Hey, there's me in the video game and playing the game with
the
yourself.
strangest thing in the world is playing a paintball game, a video game rather, as yourself. That's weird. I'm so much faster in real life, guys.
Was that kind of? Again, is that anything you can
It's a-
describe to people that?
A surreal experience. I don't think anyone can appreciate it unless it's actually happened to you. And
Okay.
it's living the dream.
Now, did you ever think, as a young lad, saving his pounds, to go out,
Never.
hoping it wouldn't rain, that one day you'd be playing pro paintball in a video game?
Number 1, it always rains in England. Number 2, never in my wildest dreams did I think this would happen.
Okay, now I guess the next project now, the game has happened. Of course, you'll be in the preceding years and all that stuff. If your agents do their job, of course.
Well, fingers crossed.
Yes, but I guess you're out here at the stateside. Is that what you guys
Indeed,
call it?
yeah,
Stateside?
LAX. Yeah, stateside.
Filming a DVD. Is that what it's called?
That's correct,
A
yeah.
Winning Skills. Like it's like a. Tell us a little bit about that and how the filming went. And
Winning skills is basically an introduction to the skills that you need to become a better paintball player, regardless of the level you're at, regardless of the type of paintball you play. This can help everyone. Providing you have an open mind and you're willing to learn, you can get something out of this, without a doubt. We filmed it down at Hollywood Sports in late December. Very fortunate with the weather, obviously much better than England. Got it done pretty quickly, edited up, and it'll be out in the stores real soon.
excellent. So video game, DVD. Nicky's everywhere.
Trying.
All right, Nicky. Everyone knows, it's old news now, but everyone knows about your big breakup with Robo. And of course, that led to, of course, the whole eclipse and the whole
it's over, Robo.
dissension.
Stop calling me.
Everybody falling apart. Who are you playing for now? Do you and Robo? I guess I understand. England is a small country, so are you guys still friends? Do you still talk? So what happened with Robo, and where are you now?
No, we're still friends. Of course we are. You know, Robo gave me probably the greatest opportunities in my life in paintball terms. You know, the chance to play for England in the first ever X-Ball tournament, the chance to play for Nexus, and that's the biggest stepping stone and the biggest kind of plus point you can have on your paintball CV, to play for teams like that, especially to play for your country. So that's certainly helped me get where I am. So yeah, Robbo and I still speak.
Okay.
We're on real good terms.
Okay.
Real good
Excellent.
terms.
And
he knows I still love him.
Oh, okay. That's how. But now, who are you playing for now, pro-wise, and where did you end up?
It's looking very like the OC Bushwhackers for
the
2006.
OC Bushwhackers. Interesting.
Indeed. I hear there's going to be a bit of MPPL and PSP action. So
yeah, that rumor. I guess you guys will be playing the NXL circuit, the X-Ball circuit. Have you played X-Ball before? Are you familiar with that?
We obviously played for England in the first X-Ball tournament, and then we played as Nexus in the EXL. And X-Balls.
Oh, so you have done the EXL, okay.
Yeah, we've done, which is the European X-Ball League, which had the likes of the Tauntauns, Shockwave, Ignition, Joy Division, etc.
Okay.
So yeah, we have a little X-Ball experience, but it'll be nice to return there. Okay,
Nicky's looking forward to that. All right, Nicky, let's talk about the future of tournament paintball. Obviously, you've seen it since the infantile stages. We've seen it now. Again, you talk about video games and instructional DVDs and all this stuff. Where do you see it going? What's your thoughts from your
heat-seeking paintballs, without a doubt. You know, markers that are controlled by your mind. You know, the effortless paintball game I see. It'll probably be fat kids in armchairs for all I know. So, yeah, exactly. Too many Krispy Kremes, and still the king.
But I mean, do you see it getting much bigger? Do you see it ever overtaking?
I think it's going to explode.
Really?
Maybe not in the next year or 2 years, but if you think slightly longer term, next 5 years, it's going to grow.
Now, any hopes of it getting as big as, now we call it soccer, but as football in the UK, or is that just still the untouchable sport?
It's different. You know, you're never going to appeal to all the same people. You may appeal to some of the same people, and there'll be a certain amount of crossover. But it's paintball's an extreme sport.
Yes.
You know, it's for the adrenaline junkies out there. And the best thing about paintball is anyone can play it.
Absolutely.
And anyone can go out there and shoot anyone else on, as they say, any given Sunday.
That's right.
So it's an open market.
Excellent. Well, Nicky, thanks for hanging out with us.
No, my pleasure.
Doing some one-for-one time. And when will we see you back stateside?
No doubt fairly soon. It's looking like Texas for the first PSP.
Okay.
So South Texas, I believe.
Oh, boy.
Wherever that is.
Get your cowboy hat and your boots and your spurs and get ready.
Yeehaw.
Nicky's coming. All right, Nicky, I can shake your hand now over the equipment here.
Indeed.
Thanks for hanging out with us. And we'll see you next time, Nicky.
Thank you very much.
Excellent. Nice.
Get it, I'm out of here.
Hey, you see that? I got it!
Oh man.
Hey, guys!